Hi, my name is Nathan Gale. I'm 16 years old and a junior in high school. Both my parents are believers, so I have been raised in a very intentional Christian environment at home, mainly by my mom, who started every morning with a time we called Devo time. So Devo time would conclude with prayer, where we would take prayer requests and then pray for friends' needs and our own needs. The reason why I go into so much detail is because it was unconsciously preparing me for what was to come. My parents separated when I was 9 and divorced when I was 11. My dad had owned his own business, but it was really hard when he lost his business and our house ended up going into foreclosure. I was just really afraid of what that would make me look like to my friends, because it had been a big, beautiful house and we would always host friend gatherings and stuff there. And I just felt like a huge part of me had been lost, which actually was God's way of helping, I can see now, to reinforce my identity, that my identity isn't in a big house. A big passage during this time in my life came from Genesis chapter 12, and it's the story of Abraham going out from the land that he lived in and following God's call. And then I went to summer camp at Trout Lake, and the theme of the week was that passage of Abraham going out and having faith. And that's when I really knew God was trying to speak to me. Everything wasn't perfect right away, though. I thought that having faith would look like getting to keep our house, but it did not. And actually, one of a Calvary member actually came alongside me during that time and took a real interest in me, who I was, and would actually every Wednesday would meet with me for lunch to just check in, see how I'm doing. I could share my struggles, and he was a really safe place, and it was really powerful because they were really interested in how I was doing and really interested in me and my spiritual walk with God. I was really upset and really bitter that we didn't get to keep our old house, and being angry at God and kind of shaking my fist at heaven, like, why is this like this? I thought you would let us keep our house if we had faith. And we found a house like a couple weeks into September, I believe, but it wasn't ready until October 1st. Now I can see why God provided that specific house and why he told my mom to wait. And that house, even though it was in Roseville, it's actually only 2 miles away from where I now work, which is Byerly's. And it's also now really close to my new school, Northwestern University, where I'm doing full-time early college, where I'm also able to walk. And so it wouldn't have been what I would have chosen, but I can see how God's really used this new house to provide for me. It may not be as nice, but it definitely has character, and it may be smaller, but that just makes it cozier for all of us. I guess I just want to conclude with, the change for me was really painful while it was happening, but God's message of faith during that time, of Abraham going out and just trusting God, really spoke to me, and it's really what helped build my character during that time. Yeah, it was faith.